I'm John Gilbert with New Car Picks, newcarpicks.com that is, and today we're going to talk about the Toyota Land Cruiser. This is a very neatly redesigned vehicle for those of you who remember, as I do, the original Land Cruisers, which were big square things that plowed through the jungles and have been used for years in the Far East and elsewhere in the world. But there's nothing square and crude about this vehicle. You can see it's beautifully designed, very nicely sculptured, contoured, and Toyota has made sure that if you want an SUV and you want a large one, you got a big family, this vehicle will do it all. And it's got full off-road capabilities with skid plates underneath. Has a 5.7 V8, 5.7 liters, dual overhead cam and variable valve timing, a very high-tech engine. And they've got 381 horsepower, 401 foot-pounds of torque, and it will get out of its own way and everybody else's way if you're in a hurry. There's some very neat features to this vehicle, and I think I'll start by showing you what happens in the rear. You got 2 rows of seats, or you got 3 rows of seats, but a kind of a unique third row here. You open two doors, the top and then the bottom folds down, and as you see, there's a lot of storage room. I put the center seat down in the second row just because it's got a high headrest that takes up about half of your rear view visibility. But you see, there's the seats stashed on the side. A unique way of getting them out of the way. Then you can have, the floor can do more things. You can flip it down, and then you grab the little strap here, and quite easily you pull it up, and there's you have one on each side, and there are your third row seats, quite firm and supportive, with their own certainly their own seat harness capabilities, and it's quite easy to also put down. You just reverse the process, goes up and locks in very well. So you have great access to your, and you see how Toyota has finished things here. When you move this up, the little flap comes down to make sure you don't spill anything between there or drop anything. Very nicely done. And it's just part of the picture here. Now you look at the rear seat. You got little kids, you want to go for a ride, the old story about are we there yet? You can separate them by folding the center thing down, it turns into its own console then. But look at the size, 11-inch screens on the back of the front seats, and their own controls. And it also has headphones, separate cordless headphones, to keep the kids occupied and make you want to sit in the back seat rather than drive. The driving position, you know, the front seat's very nice. Everything is so well done in this car, or this SUV. And it's hard to imagine once you drive this for a while that this is the same company that makes the RAV4 and the Highlander and all the other smaller SUVs, because this one is large, and it does not apologize for it. It's got a big large screen here for the nav thing, and you can here you put the nav screen on this. Well, I think it'll come up. Won't be long now. A very neat map system. After you get the warnings, there you are. And you can adjust the size of that. We're on the Old North Shore Road on the North Superior outside of the city of Duluth. Everything is here. All the very nice safety features and all-wheel drive permanently, very high-tech. And of course, it does cost you some money. This car has a sticker price of $85,520. But for those uncompromising souls who need a large SUV, this thing is very rigid, very solid, and very pleasant to drive. It's, as the old saying goes, it drives small. It has really excellent handling and pre-collision warnings, lane departure, radar cruise, rear cross traffic alert, a trailer swaying mechanism, and it has a multiple fixed settings there for different terrain, and you can program it for whatever you need. It's huge and it's expensive, and yet there are people who need these vehicles or just absolutely want them. And I'll tell you what, if you don't need them and you drive it, you will want it. Toyota Land Cruiser 2017. I'm John Gilbert, newcarpicks.com.